Awake Technology, Innovation Mastery Strategies for Making Millions. Hey, everybody, it's Rose Odette, CEO and founder of Awake Technologies and creator of the Wellness Connection. You know, the first to market electronic medical record software for hospitals and large populations hospitals, like medical centers. We were the first to market. And what that means is that we saw the need, a very innovative idea to create a electronic medical record that would serve a whole city or a whole community. Very different at the time. There were small projects for departmental systems, but nothing for, let's say, millions of lives being covered in one software product. So we called it the Wellness Connection because it connected the whole community, and it turned out to be the number one IBM software. We won many Beacon Awards because we were saving lives, saving money. We won so many awards, and we really were the best-selling software for electronic medical records for years and years. Ended up working in 29 states and in the UK in several of their trusts. So I bring that up because I want to help you as an entrepreneur create advanced technology products or services in your industries so you can leverage your expertise by delivering game-changing products. Products like the Wellness Connection that improve the industry that you work in, that you have a passion for. You can make more of an income. And no matter what your industry may be, whether it's real estate, health and beauty, manufacturing, distribution, or healthcare, etc. But have you ever had the challenge of having a really great idea for an advanced technology product or service, but you just didn't know how to go about to make it launch it? Some of the challenges that you may be having may be some of the ones that I had. You may think that you can't compete with the big companies that have these large staffs. Or you may know that you have a great solution, but you just don't know how. Like, what's the steps? You may have felt like you have a small business, like you're a small business person, and that you don't have the resources, to go up against the big guys. You may feel a little intimidated, like I did, by the others that have had more experience in the market than you have had. You know you have the right idea, but maybe you lack funding. You may be worried about hiring and managing employees. You may feel like you don't have time. You may feel like marketing and sales is overwhelming. Listen, I had all those feelings. And you may feel like you can't find the staff that might understand those technologies. Well, like I said, me too. I have gone through that too. My story was so full of struggle. I began in the industry the same way that you are. I felt the same feelings that you're feeling as a small business owner or as an experienced business owner. I ventured my business into new technological areas from my base here in northern Michigan. That's why I have my scarf on today. It's super cold. I was far, far away from the bastions of entrepreneurship like Austin, Texas, or Boston, Massachusetts, even farther away from Silicon Valley. But while approaching hospitals like Genesis in Flint, Michigan, or hospital chains like CHS in Nashville, Tennessee, or even whole countries like the NHS in the UK, I felt intimidated on many levels because I was approaching very well established healthcare providers with a totally new idea. And because the idea was to be the first to put the combination of all the medical information under one system, the fact that we were suggesting that we hold people's critical medical information in a brand new system that we created, I was afraid of failure. I was struggling financially. I worried about my family. At that time, I had 3 children, all under the age of 6, and my husband was a stay at home dad. I was a sole provider to my family. and from a financial perspective, that is, I wondered if I was making the right decision. It was very difficult time for me. Here is how I found my solution. I found out that by listening to my customers, they would tell me what they were having trouble with. They were very good at telling me where they needed help, and I listened intently. I became very empathetic to them and even more empathetic to their patients, especially the people with long term chronic conditions. They were frequently referred to new hospitals and doctors that were unfamiliar with their case. And they were now responsible to bring the whole medical record with them to these new appointments. This meant they would have to bring along boxes of paper, folders and past and current medical test results, past and current medications, and past and current medical procedures and notes. And these folks are not doctors. So they had to more or less interpret their medical history for their doctors. So I started searching and applying new innovative technologies to these problems. I was reading all the books, going to all the seminars and webinars regarding my industry. I started prototyping the ideas and creating solutions to these problems. Soon, I started getting some momentum toward success. Here are the results. Over time, I got over 200 hospitals as clients. All of them use the Wellness Connection for their electronic medical record, all while earning over $100 million in revenue thus far. And I mean, thus far, we're still going strong. More importantly, helping these hospitals, doctors, and clinical teams save lives, save money, and improve the quality of life for the families in the communities, like I said, all over the United States. And we worked in several trusts in England. I found out that the old world does not work anymore, and our world is changing. You no longer have a huge company with big budgets and tons of people. That world is gone. The new world wants entrepreneurial thinking. Small firms working on advanced technology. You can be more nimble and innovative than large companies. They are small companies are in a better position to act quickly, adapt to new trends and technologies, staying ahead of the competition. Specific niches are especially lucrative for entrepreneurs in the space. Becoming an expert in your chosen field and industry is what I'm talking about. The common myth about these new technological innovations, the myth is that it's going to be dominated on all fronts by companies like Google, OpenAI, or Microsoft, and they do have a very important place in the world, but that's not your place. They will become your big brother. More on that later. The trends of the last 5 years will prove that entrepreneurs' success abounds in this advanced technology niche for all industries. So, the solution framework I created is called Awake Technologies Innovation Strategies for Making Millions. It's in 7 separate strategies. Create your innovative idea, select your industry niche, uh, find an ideal big customer. We'll talk much more in detail on all of these fronts. Leverage some big brother, big little brother alliances. Plan for fast and huge growth. Put a number on it. Like, what's your number? Is it 5 million, 10 million? What is your goal, in other words? Stay self-aware of the stage of your business and think about whether you want to sell your business or are you going to reinvent your company when the time comes. And I will tell you some of the most common mistakes that occur when your company starts to get that success is they think they can continue at the early adopter phase forever. They need to realize that the market is changing, and to go mainstream, now they need to reinvent themselves into a mid-tier company. Understand the needs of mainstream market clients. This was a tough one for us, but we did succeed. Modify the product line for the mainstream client, change your marketing strategy, and appeal more to mainstream. You'll find out more about that. So, no more bootstrapping at that time. Realize you will have many competitors now in your space. Common mistakes you might think is you have to patent, copyright, or trademark. This works for a small percentage of the time. Your executives will need to stay open to change. Many times, entrepreneurs are resistant to change at this stage because they haven't had to. They've had to work hard so far. They are worried that the change will cause the company to fail, like a house of cards. I have touched briefly on the elements of this module course on innovation mastery, strategies for making your millions. Now all you need to do is to click the link below this video and you will have access to your first module. I look forward to seeing you on the other side.